To begin with, I'd like to thank most warmly Prime Minister Fiala for his personal commitment to involvement of his team under the rotating presidency of the European Union, which fell to Czechia this time. They've had a very active, committed presidency. They've mobilized us all to maintain European unity on one subject after another, ever more difficult. So I pay tribute and show my admiration for Prime Minister Fiala and all your team in Brussels, and do pass on those thanks to everyone concerned. This European Council, as you know, was a European Council taking place in just one day with many subjects on the agenda which were difficult. And we're very satisfied that on all the subjects on the agenda we have been able to reach decisions where we all agreed together. Unity. Unity, we stand united. And starting with Ukraine this morning, a message from President Zelensky. We heard from him again what Ukraine's immediate needs are in the current situation. We are very committed and remain mobilized to support Ukraine as much as we can. And this European Council confirmed and restated previous decisions, in particular 18 billion of macro-financial assistance for Ukraine. That's agreed, which shows that the EU stands by its commitment, keeps its word. Also, we pay tribute to decisions taken to increase the funding available to the peace facility. It's very important for Ukraine and maybe also for other countries and other regions, but definitely for Ukraine, which should benefit directly from that. And we're happy to tell you also that we managed to get an agreement on the 9th package of sanctions. Now, we had to wait another hour or two maybe, but we want to be sure that the procedure on the administrative side too was fully finalised, and that has been the case. As the evening went by, we've managed to do that. Again, we've shown our firm attitude, condemning Ukraine's action, putting some pressure on the Kremlin's war machine whilst guaranteeing food security, and the EU is committed not to making sure that food security is not jeopardised. The next important item on the agenda was our relations between the EU and the United States. We had a long strategic debate this morning, a quality debate, 2 hours after the last debate in the European Council on the subject. And there we restated in a consistent, committed way our desire to be a reliable and loyal ally of the United States. In many areas we do cooperate together: Ukraine, security, democratic values, climate. We're all mobilized together there, and steps forward have been taken in that area, but we continue to encourage more steps to be taken. And it's to be sure that the whole debate about the Inflation Reduction Act in the United States is something we talked a lot about. It was an opportunity for us to recognise 2 important points. Firstly, we wish to talk to the US about IRA, to argue for exemptions for European companies, in the case of Canada and Mexico already, and we are committed to an active dialogue with the United States to defend the interests of European business and to see how, with the United States, we can get them to take into consideration their relationship with Europe. This follows directly on from what we were talking about in October in the European Council, giving a mandate to the European Commission with a clear vision as to what we have. We want to have something from by the end of January. We want the Commission to bring forward proposals by the end of January, seeking to mobilise instruments at national and European level to support the competitiveness of European business. So there's a strong ambition there, but we set in place a package of measures to give a clear signal to our business, and I mean not just a big business, but also a small and medium-sized business, and to European citizens to show we're mobilised and will be there on time. This is particularly important given the energy crisis which is hitting us, and in the light of decisions taken by the US to support American business. It's our duty in Europe to react also quickly We need to have quickly proposals to support our competitiveness and an ambitious strategy to make sure that we maintain our economic and social fabric here in Europe. And the third point that I'd like to mention is something which we talked about, but not directly on the agenda, about Schengen.
Today, to welcome Croatia's entry into the Schengen area as from 1st January 2023. And we had also the occasion to have a political debate on the accession in the Schengen zone by Bulgaria and Romania. And I would like to tell you that I am optimistic that the decision on Bulgaria and Romania can be taken in the course of 2023, and we felt a political commitment to work in order to make progress, and I sincerely hope that we'll be able to make it happen in the course of 2023. One word on migration. It was not the main topic on the agenda today, but we know. And you know that we are facing increase of numbers through the Western Balkan routes, to the Mediterranean routes, and this was the occasion to open again at the level of the European Council the beginning of a debate on that important challenge, on that important topic, and we have a clear agreement that in February, the 9th and the 10th of February, we'll have an in-depth debate in the European Council on the question of migration. It means that we need to prepare very well that debate in order to be able to give useful orientations and to give guidance on that very important topic. Très brièvement.
Very briefly then, I refer you to the written conclusions, security and defence. You can see what we decided on. Also, we had an exchange of views on our southern neighbourhood, and we were able to prepare for next year on that, where we confirmed recognising Bosnia's candidate status, Bosnia-Herzegovina. That's a strong signal to the Bosnian population. It shows that we also expect them to make further progress on reforms and to strengthen their institutions in that country. And then we had a point on Iran too. Again, you see what we've written in the conclusions there. So we talked about that too. Finally, on behalf of members of the European Council, we should express our condolences to the family of the Irish soldier who lost his life in a UN operation in Lebanon, and also our empathy for victims and those who are wounded in that situation. On behalf of colleagues, I also wanted to express our sympathy and condolences towards family and victims. So in a few words, those are the main points discussed in today's fruitful meeting, and which guaranteed yet again unity of the European Union, where more than ever we need unity and the strength that comes from that and determination.
Minister, may I invite you?